Hello everybody. So we're into our third week of movement and yoga online. So the first lot of videos, we looked at the nervous system, and the second one we looked at waking our feet and grounding ourselves. And this week I thought our session could be on our eyes. Mainly because I realised I'm looking at my computer a lot, and it would be really great to do something for the eyeballs, particularly if a lot of you have been working more online or perhaps watching more movies at home. It's nice to get the eyeballs relaxed so we can feel a sense of calm over our bodies. Also this week, I'm trying a new way of videoing, so I hope that this one works okay. And yes, if you have any feedback, please send it to the men's craft or the pit stop and let me know what you think about it all. Okay, so I've got this lovely book. We've looked at it lots before. I'll get a bit closer so you can see. So these are pictures of the eyeball. What our eyeball looks like. This one is a cross-section of our brain, very like thin bit cut out with our eyeballs at the front. Looks like a strange crab, but that's what that part of our brain and eyeballs look like. But the eyeball itself is quite amazing. So we're constantly looking at things and gathering information and taking information in through our eyes. So they're working hard a lot of the time. We also turn the image upside down in our brain so we can see the right way up as our eyes see things upside down. So we have the most changeable part of the eye is the pupil. That's the dark spot in the center of our eye through which light enters. So on a lovely day like today, probably gone very, very small because it doesn't want to let too much light in. And in the evenings, if you're sat in a darker room, probably wide open so you can take more light into the eyes. So basically, the retina is kind of like the only part of the brain that we can see from the outside. It's our way in from the outside in to the brain. It's a screen made up of light-sensitive cells, and it picks up new images at the rate of about 10 a second. So an astronaut on the moon can look at the Earth to see the continents and the oceans, and then down at his or her hand, and then back to the Earth again, and take all these in within seconds or less seconds. Yes. Obviously, we all have different colour eyes as well. But yes, it's mainly the retina and the pupil taking in a lot of information. But this is what our eyeball looks like. So we'll be thinking of moving and using our eyes a lot. And I wanted to show one picture. Hopefully I can find it. I went to the optometrist not that long ago, and I was so excited about finding out how eyes work. She'd taken a picture of the back of my left eye, and I don't know if you can see it. So that's the back of my left eye. It's quite an amazing image. So she said that's a very healthy looking eye, and the light here on this off center, that's actually where you see from. So you don't see dead out from the back of your eye. It's off at an angle. Anyway, I'll put my eyeball picture away. So before we begin, if you have a belt or a tie, or I've got an old dressing gown tie, or if you've got one of the fancy yoga belts as well, that's great. So we'll be needing one of these for today's session. So anything that's got a little bit of give in it, even a belt works as well. So you can go and grab that, put me on pause, and we'll make our way to to lying to start with. So I'll just put that to one side. And I'll just move this so you can see on the floor. Okay. So, getting really comfortable, making sure your head can relax and your neck can relax out on the floor. If you need cushions under the head or a bolster under the knees or cushions under the knees, feel free to do so. You can have your legs lying out long or feet flat on the ground. If you can't quite make it to the floor, don't worry at all. You can stay sitting. So we're going to do a very gentle exercise to begin. And all we're going to do is rub our hands together, create some energy and chi in the hands. And we're going to rest our hands over our eyes. So closing the eyes, and I'm just letting the weight of my arms drop from the elbows so they're just suspended in the air. And my shoulders can relax into the ground, release into the ground. And my whole hand is covering both of my eyes. I'm going to make sure that my head and neck are released and my feet are spreading in the ground and the pelvis is comfortable as well. So feel free to rearrange, wiggle around and really get comfortable. Make sure there's no tension in the shoulders. You just want the arms to rest and suspend there. So if you're lying on the floor, just staying there, covering your eyes with your warm hands. I'm just going to get up to show you for people who are sitting. So stay lying there if you are there. So if you're sitting, you want to make sure you're really comfortable. Do the same again. Rubbing the hands together, dropping the elbows, and gently drop your head forward as well. So the weight of your head falls into your hands and covering the eyes. Making sure the shoulders are relaxed so we're not gathered up like this. We want to make sure the shoulder blades are sliding down the back and the head's just gently dropping forward. Making sure our pelvis is comfortable. So if you're sat in a chair, you can have your feet spread on the ground as well. Or if you're kneeling like this, you can just see how comfortable your pelvis is. Is your jaw relaxed? Is your pelvis relaxed? Really taking your time to let your eyes relax in your hands, letting them enjoy the darkness. Just having a natural breath. So I'm just going to go back to the floor for now. But stay wherever you are, lying or sitting. Really relax down onto the face, or if you're sitting, allow your head to relax into your hands. And then what we want to do is gently cup your hands over your eyes so they're away from the eyes a little. So they're still shielding the eyes. And whilst your hands are gently cupped around the eyes, you just want to gently, in your own time, gently open the eyes. So you're looking into a little cave that you've made with your palms, and a tiny amount of light is coming in. Really making sure your feet are spread in the ground if you're lying or sitting, your pelvis comfortable, or your shoulders melting down the ribs at the back. So from here, with our hands cupped and our eyes open, just going to very, very gently in your own time, move the hands away from the face and let the arms come to the side of your body. But this time, instead of our eyes constantly looking, we're just allowing things to come to our eyes. So our eyes are gently receiving light. They don't have to strain to look at things. Gently moving the hands away and then resting the arms on the ground or by your side. And just feeling how easy your eyeballs can be. Letting them receive light and images rather than constantly looking for information. So if you're sitting, you can stay sitting. And all we're going to do, even people on the floor, just going to move the head from side to side. Let the weight of the head roll. And we're just going to let the eyes take in the information, letting them receive light. Releasing the back of the neck and the back of the head and the back of the eyes. The eyeballs are relaxing. Just allowing the information to come in. Just taking the head gently from side to side. Great, and then coming back to the center. So from here, this is where you'll need your, I'll put mine a bit far away, need your belt or band. So I'll demonstrate lying down first and then I'll help you guys out if you're sitting. So if you're lying down, how is it to put the band around or belt around the knees and then just adjust by wrapping it around your hands. So you want to make sure that the knees are directly above the pelvis. And all we're going to do to start with is gently breathe on an out breath. So we're going to breathe in here and on an out breath, gently bring the knees towards the chest. And then breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and then breathing out. Just gently gathering the legs in. Lovely. So people on the floor, if you're happy to, you can continue to do this. I'm just going to get up to explain the exercise on a chair. So I'm just going to move the chair here like that. Hopefully you can still see me. My head's cut off a little bit. Great. So I'm going to sit here. So obviously it's a bit harder sitting with both knees coming up. So if you just take one knee, have the strap around the knee like that and adjust again by wrapping around the hands. We want to make sure we're comfortable on our pelvis and our other foot is spread on the floor. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Gently bring the leg up towards you. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. And do that on each leg a couple of times and then we want to swap over. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And we still want to allow our back of the head to release and relax, and still our eyes to relax as well. That's great. So I'll just pop that there now. So if you're on the floor, what we want to do from here, and you can still keep the strap around the knees. So coming back to neutral, and we're just going to gently rock the pelvis and the legs from side to side. So if you're in a chair, I'll just show you very quickly. You can do this by taking hold of one leg and just giving it a very gentle wiggle from side to side. It doesn't matter if the leg doesn't go all the way over to one side to the other, but just gently moving the leg in the pelvis and then swapping legs if you're sitting on a chair. If not, if you're on the floor, we'll take the legs over from side to side, massaging the back of the pelvis, only going as far as is comfortable. There's no rush, just have a natural breath and really keeping the eyes relaxed, the back of the head released into the ground. So the more we release the back of the head, it's as though the eyeballs can really rest in the front of the face. Allowing the body just to twist gently from side to side, even if you're doing one leg at a time. Great, and then releasing that, coming to the center again. So if you're sitting, just allowing your feet to drop to the floor and spread. And we're going to do the same lying down. So from here, I'm going to gently extend my left leg away along the floor. And I'm going to take the belt around my right knee and I'm going to breathe in into the belly, breathing out and drawing the leg up as far as is comfortable towards my chest. And breathing in again. So the leg on the floor, I'm activating my left foot so the foot is flexed and long and along the floor. So it's still standing tall. It's not completely floppy and relaxed. I want to engage the foot. That's great. All the way up to the pelvis. So breathing in, breathing out, drawing the leg towards the belly and the chest. Breathing in, let the leg come back to neutral. Breathing out, let the knee come towards the chest as far as is comfortable. And breathing in. And then we're just going to take the leg over to cross the body and then opening the hip out. And again, closing the leg across the body and opening the hip out. Brilliant. So you can do this a couple of times, side to side. Lovely. And then getting the right leg, undoing the belt, extending that leg along the floor. Again, engaging the toes so they're both flexed, and then we want to let the left knee come in. I'm going to do the same again, so we're going to breathe into the belly, breathe out, drawing the knee towards the chest, really relaxing the head on the floor, and breathing in, drawing the knee away again. So we'll do that a couple of times, and then it's the leg from side to side across the body and opening. So people on the floor, I'll let you do that. And I'll just explain for the people that are sitting on chairs. So here we are on our chair again. So instead of extending the leg, because it's a bit harder sitting, we keep the leg soft, the knee soft, but the foot spreading. We're going to do the same with one leg. So we're going to breathe in, make sure our pelvis is comfortable on the chair, shoulders are relaxed, back of the head's just gently relaxed on the back of the neck, and the eyes can rest. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, draw the leg towards the chest, however far it goes, only going as far as is comfortable. So my toes are still lifted breathing in, breathing out, drawing the knee up, breathing in, breathing out, drawing that knee up, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then from here, you just want to gently take the knee across the body and then open the knee again. Cross the body and then opening the knee to the side. So we just do that a couple of times. So even if it's quite low, crossing the leg and opening the leg, crossing the leg and opening the leg. And then place that one on the floor, release the feet, lifting both lots of toes, so the rest of my foot's still on the floor and I'm just activating the toes. So we do the same on the other leg. So breathing in, drawing the knee up towards the chest, as far as is comfortable, even if it's just a little way. Breathing out, breathing in, drawing the knee away, breathing out, letting the leg come towards the chest. So continue doing that, breathing in, breathing out as it draws up to you, and then taking the leg over and open, over and open, and then relaxing again. So if you're sitting, relax the toes on the floor. Make sure the shoulder blades are sliding down the back and the head of the neck are released as well, so that the eyes can just rest. You can gently release all of that. So we've moved the left leg from side to side. So extend both legs if that's comfortable. If not, keep the knees up towards the ceiling and maybe put a cushion underneath if that's comfortable as well. Want to maybe wiggle the feet if you can, or the legs from here. You can just wiggle the pelvis from side to side, releasing all of that work. So if you're sitting, you can just extend one leg and then the other. One at a time, extending one leg and rocking the leg from the heel, and then extending the other and rocking that other leg as well. So just taking a moment to relax everything again, letting everything rest, and just letting that wonderful sunshine gently come to your eyes. No need to go out with your eyes to take information in. We just want to let everything gently receive into the eyes. So from here, we draw the feet back up flat on the floor so they're spreading and the pelvis is released. So from here, if you can, get the belt underneath the foot. That's great. So I've got my right leg. I'll show the chair one in a moment. So please bear with me if you're sitting or lying and I do the opposite. So we want to keep slightly soft at the knee, so we're not fully straightening. Allowing the leg weight to drop into the belt. So I'm going to breathe in here and I'm going to breathe out and press the leg away. So I'm going to let the belt go long and just let the leg gently lengthen, feeling and imagining the heel going up towards the sky. Even if you're here, that's completely okay as well. It's lengthening the foot, the inner part of the heel and the instep. So we want to keep the foot nice and flexed, lengthening away from the pelvis and then drawing it back in. Breathing in, breathing out, pressing the leg away, nice and long. Breathing in, wherever that is, finding the angle that works for you. Breathing in as the knee drops, breathing out, pushing that leg away. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing that leg away. Only going as far as is comfortable and finding the angle that works for you. Even if it's here, that's great. Breathing in, pushing that leg away on an out breath. Breathing in, pushing that leg away on an out breath. Just do this a couple more times. And then wherever you are on that angle, I'm going to drop to here. Still got my foot flexed. Just going to gently take the strap into one hand and allow the leg long to cross over the body and then gently open to the side. I'm going to allow my elbow to support me on the floor, out to the side and then back again. Cross the body, only going as far as is comfortable. It can be tiny movements. Or here, across and open. Cross. I'm going to do that on the other side. So keeping the right foot spread on the floor, that's our support. And then we want to get the belt around the foot, left foot, and keeping that nice and flexed. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out and push that foot away from the body on an out breath. Nice and long from the heel all the way to the pelvis. So you want to push the foot away wherever is comfortable. Could be this angle, here, only going as far as is comfortable, maybe here. But really making sure the opposite foot is spread on the floor. The pelvis is comfortable, so I'm not lifting anywhere. My pelvis is still dropped on the floor. My head and neck are still relaxed, and my eyeballs can just sink into the front of my face. So breathing in, breathing out and pushing the leg away. Breathing in, pushing the leg away. So continue to do that if you feel comfortable. And then afterwards you want to take the foot over the body and then opening, over the body and then opening. So continue to do that if you're on the floor. I'm going to demonstrate this bit onto the chair. So I'll put it at a slight angle so you can see. So I'm sitting slightly forward so I can reach my feet flat on the floor. So I'm going to do the same thing. Catch the belt around my foot. That's great. Making sure my pelvis is nice and comfortable. My shoulders are relaxed down my ribs at the back. And I'm going to breathe in and breathe out and extend that leg away. It can be quite low. The heel can touch the floor if that's okay. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing that leg away. So you can keep the leg quite long and in front of you if you're sitting. So breathing in, breathing out, pushing that leg away from the pelvis. Keeping that heel nice and flexed. Letting the eyes relax in the head. Taking the leg to whatever angle works for you. Here, 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 wherever's comfortable. Doesn't matter at all, whatever's comfortable for you. So breathing in, breathing out, extend. Breathing in, breathing out, extend. And then as the leg's long, just taking it over, crossing the body, and then taking it over and opening the pelvis. And again, opening across the body, the foot, and then opening. Open the pelvis. Just once more each side. Closing across the body and then opening. And then coming back to neutral, we want to bend the knee and take the strap off the leg. We'll do the same with the other foot. So if you're lying down on the floor, you can relax, let the legs extend and relax onto the floor for now. I'll just explain on the left side for the people on the chair. So we're going to get the strap underneath the left foot this time. And my right foot's still spread in the floor. My pelvis is comfortable and my head and neck are released. And I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, extending the heel away. That's great. Breathing in, breathing out and extending. Breathing in, breathing out. Wherever's comfortable. Perhaps it's here or here. Or maybe you're wildly flexible this morning and you feel like going a little higher, only if it's comfortable on your back and pelvis. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. So doing that a couple of times and then crossing the foot over the body and then opening. So crossing the foot over the body and opening. That's great, everyone. Crossing the foot and opening. So we can do that lower as well, crossing and opening, wherever's comfortable for you. And then coming back to neutral, softening the knee and undoing the belt underneath the foot. Lovely. So if you're lying on the floor, we've done all that movement with the legs, with the belt, opening, pushing the leg away as well. So how is it here? So I'm going to demonstrate the left foot this time. I'm going to swap sides, putting the belt over the left foot, and I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out and extend the foot away. So I'll just explain it first and then we can have a go. Then breathing in here, breathing out. How is it to gently take that leg over to cross the body? And can you, if possible, only if it's comfortable, allow the rest of the body to go with that foot? And then back again, rolling back up. Use the foot on the floor to press. So we're just gently letting that leg that's extended cross the body and let the whole body roll to one side and back again. So we're gently twisting the body. If that's too much, swap from the foot to the knee and the same. So the knee is away from the chest, not into. So we'll breathe in, gathering the knee to the chest, and breathe out, bring the knee nice and long towards the ceiling, and then breathing in, and then on the next out breath, allowing it to go to one side. This one is a lot less of a movement than a fully extended leg. So choose what's comfortable for you. Rolling that top leg over the body, and then it can ripple up through the head and pushing back with the foot and the elbow on the floor and your core as well. So you can engage by breathing out. Lovely. So seeing what's comfortable. So if you're on the foot, you want to breathe in and gather the knee towards the chest. Breathing out, pressing the foot away at whatever angle works for you. Breathing in here and then breathing out. Let the foot cross the body and allow the weight to roll you over to one side. Breathing in and then breathing out, sending the leg away. I'm using my foot and elbow and breath to push me back. Breathing in, breathing out, going over to one side again, letting everything roll over. Breathing in and then breathing out, moving the leg again, opening to the sky. So just doing that a couple of times. If that's too much with the leg extended, we can do it with the knee. So it's breathing in, allowing the knee towards the chest, breathing out, it opens. Breathing in, breathing out, roll the leg across the body to one side. Breathing in, breathing out, the leg opens up towards the ceiling and push with the out breath to allow you to come back to the center. So breathing in, gathering the knee to the chest, breathing out, it extends towards the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling over to one side, closing that leg over. Breathing in here and then breathing out, using that leg to help you get back to the center. Lovely. And then releasing that. And we'll do the same on the other side. So with the right foot, I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, send the foot away. Breathing in and then taking the foot over to the side, wherever's comfortable. Breathing in and then bringing the leg back. And then breathing in again, breathing out, and then breathing in and breathing out, taking the foot over again, and out. So we're constantly moving and rolling from side to side. Or if that's too much with the foot, we'll take it to the knee. So we'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in at the top, breathe out. Let the knee roll you over to one side. Breathing in and rolling back again on an out breath. So continue to do that whichever way you feel is comfortable. If it's too much to twist, you can just rest on the floor or perhaps hold the knee and gently move it from side to side. So I'll show for sitting, it will be slightly different. So similar to what we did before sitting with the knee, the leg strapped. So we can do the same thing at the beginning. The supporting foot spread on the floor. So I'm going to breathe in and gather the knee in as far as is comfortable. Breathing out, I'm going to extend that leg. The foot's nice and flexed. So from here, it's a little more complicated sitting. So all I'm going to do is take the leg over and open it. Take it, but this time I'm using my eyes to follow the foot. So there's a slight twist in the body. I'm constantly following my foot that's moving me. Just watching the foot move from side to side, even if it's lower on the floor. Making sure the head and the neck are released. And it's the same. If that's too much sitting with the strap around the foot, try it around the knee. So we'll gather in and breathing out. And then again, just following the knee, opening and closing. The shoulders can gently twist as well. Gently moving the whole body from side to side. Great, and then coming back to the center and releasing that. And then doing the same on the other side. So left foot, breathing in, breathing out, extending the heel away. And then again, using your eyes, watching the foot, letting the shoulders join in as well, the ribs. But the movement's coming from the foot. And you're just gently watching your foot move. Following it with your gaze. And then the same with the knee. If that's too much sitting, just going to breathe in and breathe out, and then follow the gaze. Follow the knee with your gaze, opening the leg and closing, and allowing the spine to join in and the shoulders to join in too. Coming back to center and releasing that. Brilliant. So if you're on a chair, so we'll place these to one side. If you're on a chair, we'll come to standing and then use the seat or the back of the chair, whichever's comfortable for you. So gently making your way to standing. If you're on the floor, gently make your way to all fours, and I'll come and show you in a moment. So if you've been sitting, you want to come to your chair facing this way. Make sure you're not too close and not too far away. I'm just going to gently drop the hands onto the chair and allowing the spine to be nice and long, not overextended and not curved just yet. So nice and long, tailbone to the crown of the head, and the feet are spread in the ground and the hands are nice and relaxed here. This is too much on the lower back. We can turn the chair around. And the same thing, make sure it's a little further out. We just want to keep the legs nice and long in the knee, and then all the way up to the pelvis, and just gently leaning forward. So again, we're not overarching and we're not over tucking. Nice long spine, but we're gently pitching forward from standing. So the weight is a little more in our hands. Great. So if you've been lying, we're going to gently come here to all fours, pressing the hands into the ground, making sure the wrists are nice and loose, and then the same with the knees, moving the knees up and down. That's great. So anytime you need to sit back or loosen the wrists or drop onto the forearms, feel free to. You know what to do. You know how your body feels. Great. So from here, we're actually going to use our eyes to move our head from the side to side. So just having a natural breath. So even if you're standing, you can also do this. Letting the head, the eyes take your face from side to side and only go as far as is comfortable. So I'm allowing my shoulders to join in. I'm rocking my shoulders from side to side. And I'm keeping my spine nice and long, so I'm not dropping in the spine as I move from side to side. Keeping the rest of my spine nice and long. Just allowing my sight to move me from side to side, and my shoulders are gently moving as well. Great. And then come back to the center. We'll just gently press our hands again, pad them into the ground. Lovely. Now this time, we want the eyes to go from one side and then perhaps the tail can join in, so going to the same side. And then smooth across to the other side, looking round to the other side of your tail. So you can do this standing as well, keeping your knees soft. You want to bend the knees a little and see if you can look at your tailbone. Only going as far as is comfortable, particularly on the neck. You want to make sure it isn't pulling. Having a natural breath. Lovely, that's great. Allowing the images to come to the eyes, allowing the light to be received into your eyes, than constantly searching for something. Just allowing things to come to you, and then relax into the neutral again, padding the hands. That's great. So from here, I'm going to tuck my left toes under. I'll show it first and then I'll explain the breathing afterwards. Tucking the toes under and lengthening that leg away from the body, like we did with the belt lying down. Lengthening that flexed foot away. That's great. And then I'm going to turn to my right, away from the leg. See if you can look round to the foot, only as far as is comfortable. Lovely. And then undoing the upper body and then bringing the leg back. Tucking the toes under on the right foot, extending that leg away. And then I'm going to look to my left to see if I can see my right foot. Obviously, don't strain anything. If you can't, it doesn't matter at all. Imagine you're looking at your right foot. So we're going to breathe in as the toes tuck. Breathe out. Press the foot away. We're going to breathe in here. And then on an out breath, I'm going to look to my right. See if I can see my toes or imagine my tailbone. Breathing in again and breathing out, relaxing everything. So it's breathing in, tucking the toes under. Breathing out, extending the leg away. Breathing in here, making sure the spine's nice and long and the head and the neck are released. Breathing out, have a little look at the foot and the tail if you can. Breathing in. And breathing out, relaxing everything. So it's breathing in, tucking the toes. Breathing out, extending the leg away. Breathing in here. Breathing out, having a little look over the right if the left leg's extended. Breathing in, undoing that. And then breathing out, releasing the leg. Breathing in, tucking the toes under. Breathing out, extending the heel away from the pelvis. Breathing in here. making sure the spine is nice and long. Breathing out, I'm having a little look over my left, allowing the shoulders to go with me. Breathing out, breathing in, coming back, breathing out, releasing the leg. So I'll talk us through it once more, and you can do it in your own time. So breathing in, tucking the toes. Breathing out, extending that leg away. Breathing in, nice long spine from the heel to the crown of the head. Breathing out, having a look round at the right foot. Breathing in again, coming back to the center of the torso. Breathing out, releasing the knee and the foot. Breathing in, tucking the right toes under. Breathing out, pressing that foot away. Breathing in, breathing out. Have a little look round at your tail and heel if you can. Breathing in, breathing out, and releasing that leg. So continue to do that a couple of times. I'm just going to show the chair version. So taking a rest whenever you feel you need to as well. So for the chair, so if we're here, so I'm going to make sure I'm not too far away and not too close. So this feels quite comfortable for me, and my spine's nice and long, not dipped and not curved. Great. So from here, I'm going to breathe in, allow the heel to come off the floor, and then breathe out, press that leg away. Great, so my toes are still on the floor. And I'm going to breathe in here, lengthening the spine from the tail all the way to the top of the head. And then on an out breath, I'm going to look round with my shoulders, but without collapsing into the pelvis. So this pelvis is still lifted, and I'm just taking my head and shoulders over. Breathing in, undoing that. Breathing out, undoing the leg. So I'm going to breathe in. Breathe out. Press that right foot away. Toes are still on the floor. This is still all lifted, so I've not collapsed into my standing hip. That's great. Nice and lifted, long in that leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Looking over my left shoulder if my right leg's extended with the shoulders, making sure I've not collapsed. Nice and long. Breathing in and breathing out. So breathing in here, tucking the toes, lifting the heel. Breathing out, extend that foot away. Breathing in, nice long spine. Breathing out, looking over the shoulder, making sure we're not collapsed. Everything's lifted. Breathing in, long spine. Breathing out, undoing the foot. So once more, breathing in. Breathing out, extending that leg away. Breathing in, long spine. Breathing out, having a little look over to the side. Breathing in again, breathing out, everything undoes. Great. So if you're standing, you can relax off the chair and just come up to standing. If you want to take a break, have a seat. You can relax there. And if you've been on your all fours, you can either come to sitting and relax the wrists like this. That's great. Or you can, if you really feel like you want to, you can come to lying on your back with the knees and feet flat on the floor. Do a bit of the hokey cokey. So it's hands together, undoing the wrists. So if you're sitting, you can also do this too, undoing the wrists. Or giving a nice shake out like this. So if you're lying, we're just going to gently come and find a chair to sit on. And if you're sitting on the floor, also the same. We'll come and find a chair to sit on. And if you're sitting on a chair, that's even great because you're already there. So taking your time, there's no rush at all. That's great. Gently, gently taking your time. So from here, I'm just going to get comfortable on the chair. So my feet are nice and spread on the floor, and my pelvis, I'm sitting on the sitting bones on my pelvis. So I'm not too far back and I'm not too far forward. Perhaps we can do that together, rocking back really onto the glutes of the pelvis. I'm rocking forward, overextending like a duck with the tail sticking out. And then rocking smaller and smaller until you can find that nice natural balance in the middle. So you're really sitting on those bony bits, the protruding bits on the pelvis. They're your tuberosities of ischium, the ischium part of the pelvis. So making the spine nice and long, unfurling from the pelvis up towards the sky, like a string of pearls. The shoulder blades can melt down the back, melt down the ribs. There's nothing to hold. That's great. And the feet are nice and spread on the floor. Lovely. So we've done this Qigong exercise lots before, but I find it really great for liver, qi movement and nourishment, and it's great for joints and arthritis. And as we're working on our eyes in Chinese medicine, the liver organ opens to the eyes. So if you have a shiny, healthy liver, you're going to have bright eyes. Or if you have headaches that start in the eye, it's probably a liver stagnation. And these sideways movements are really going to help shift those kind of feelings in the head and in your liver. So it's also connected to the season of spring, which it is evidently outside. Springtime is here. So our lovely spring element, the wood element, connected to our liver and gallbladders, which are the meridians that run down the side of the body. That's why we've been working a lot on moving from side to side and opening the body and closing the body. So as we sit here, we're going to breathe into the belly. And as we breathe out, so I'm going to allow my right hand to float to the side, and I'm going to gently watch it and come back again. Breathing in, and my left hand breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Watching the hand, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Now you can go at your own pace. Perhaps you breathe a little quicker than me or a lot slower. Breathing in, breathing out, we want to open the arms and the eyes. And breathing in, everything gathers in again. Breathing out, everything moves out from the body, from the center. And breathing in, everything gathers. Breathing out, everything moves out, and breathing in, everything gathers in. Breathing out, breathing in. Once more on the left, breathing in, breathing out. We're going to add the underneath arm, so I'm going to breathe in to my belly, breathe out, allowing the right arm, and now my left arm. So I'm going to allow my left palm is facing towards my armpit, and my right hand's just going to float up a little. So you don't have to go completely to the side. You can keep your arms fairly forward if that's comfortable on your spine. So go to the angle that's comfortable for you. Breathing in here. You want to watch the hand at the top. Breathing in and gathering in. Breathing out. Everything floats to the side. And breathing in, gathering in. Breathing out. Breathing in, allowing the movement to flow, however big or small, breathing in, gathering in. And however huge the movement from the side, or how fast or slow, keeping it smooth and with the breath. Breathing out, everything moves out. Breathing in, everything gathers. Breathing out, moving out. Breathing in, everything gathers in. Nice and smooth. Not forgetting the eyes, allowing the eyes to just have a look at the hands. Or if it's too much, you can gently close your eyes a little, but allow a small space for the eyes to see through. Really want our eyeballs to relax into the face and into the skull. Gradually making that movement smaller. Bringing it down, smaller and smaller, as though there's a ball between your hands. Moving that into the center, that sideways movement. You can have your eyes closed or gently open. Allowing the shoulder blades to melt and roll down the ribs at the back. The pelvis is still rooted and the feet rooted in the ground. And the spine's unfurling towards the sun, and the eyes can relax into the face. Breathing in, allowing the hands to open slightly. Breathing out, they gather. This time we've changed it round. So we're breathing in, expand the hands, gather. Breathing in, breathing out, they gather. Breathing in, perhaps they come a bit wider. Breathing out, they gather. Breathing in, breathing out, they gather. Lovely. So making it a little bit smaller. Breathing in, opens. Breathing out, gathering. Breathing in, gently bringing your hands to make a smaller ball. Head and neck are still relaxed. Feet are still spreading in the ground. All the way until the hands gently meet. Bring the hands to prayer position. Roll the shoulders up and back just a couple of times. And then again, closing the eyes, allowing the elbows to relax and the head to drop into the hands, relaxing the eyes in the hands. Really relaxing, letting the eyeballs go, letting all the eye muscles relax into your hands, into the dark warmth of your hands. And the back of the head and the neck are relaxed, the weight's just dropping into your hands at the front, and the shoulders are relaxed as well. And then we're just going to gently bring the hands away from the eyes, So we can gently open the eyes as the hands come away from the face, allowing all the light to be received by the eyeballs. So from here, we're going to gently make our way up to standing, taking your time, allowing the eyeballs to still be relaxed. Just going to move this a little. Great. So taking your time to come up to standing. Hopefully you can all see me here. Great. And just padding the feet in the floor. Padding. That's great. We're just going to gently shift the weight into one foot, making sure we don't collapse in the pelvis, long in the leg. We're going to do our usual ball rolls. Rolling over the ball of the foot. Oh, today my right foot's a bit clunky and cricky. Needs a little smoothing out. And change direction. And then from here we want to gently tuck the toes under. So if that's too much, you just lift the heel off the floor. That's great. Or tucking the toes under. And then stepping back, opening the back of the leg to make sure the spine's not arched or tucked under. Nice and long, long leg up into the pelvis. And again, gently tucking the toes under or lifting the heel. We're gently pressing to open the front of the ankle. And then stepping that back nice and long in the leg and the pelvis. That's great. And then pressing the feet into the ground again. We'll do the same the other side. I'll turn this way so you can see. So moving the weight to the right foot, keeping long in that pelvis. Rolling the foot on the floor, ball of the foot. And the other direction. Perhaps you notice one foot feels smoother than the other. So my left foot feels much better today than my right. So just noticing, nothing's wrong. It's just how it is. And then gently tucking the toes under, so wherever that feels comfortable. Gently pressing into the arch at the front of the foot, or lifting the heel up to open the front of the ankle. Great. And then stepping that back, allowing the leg to be nice and long all the way up to the pelvis. Going to have the feet slightly closer or touching. I'm going to gently soften the knees and spines, nice and easy. If that's too much, hold the top of the pelvis. I'm just going to do our usual knee circles. Making sure my shoulders are relaxed, so they're not gathered up by my ears, then the spine's nice and long. I'm moving the knees in circles. That's great. So this circling is lubricating. It's like our natural WD-40, the synovial fluid. So change direction. And this movement's oiling our ankles, our knees and our lower back, and gently up into our spine as well. Nicely oiling our joints, ready for the spring and the summer, so we can have a spring in our step. And then gently undoing that, we want to soften the knees more, let the pelvis come under and uncurl to come up to standing. We'll take a wider stance. I'm going to soften my knees so my legs aren't long anymore. Feet are spread in the ground, soft knees. We're going to take the pelvis for some circles. Really big, wide, juicy circles in the pelvis, keeping the knees soft and the feet spread on the floor, really allowing the sacrum to release at the back and the belly to soften at the front. That's great. And then change direction. Great. And then how is it to do a figure of 8 on the side? So you might want to bring it in a little, your stance in a little bit more. So a figure of 8. Keep the knees soft. So my figure of 8 is going this way, on the floor, on the side, as it were. Don't worry if you can't quite get it. It's just a good brain game. And then how is it to go the other way? Just letting everything go. See if you can enjoy the movement. Not worry too much if it's more of a square than a circle or a figure of 8. Lovely. And then releasing that, relaxing the pelvis. So from here, we're going to gently drop forward with the head and the shoulders, and then roll the shoulders up to bring you back up to standing and let them slide down. So I'll turn sideways so you can see this. So I'm going to drop forward with the head so the eyes can soften to the ground. Soften the knees and the shoulders draw up to bring me up to standing and down. I'm going to make sure my pelvis comes back underneath me so I'm not still forward like that. So I'm softening everything. Eyes first, knees, shoulders draw up, and then they slide back down. We'll do that a couple of times. Have a natural breath wherever feels comfortable. Making this one your last one, drawing the shoulders up and then letting them gently slide down the ribs at the back. Great. And then release the hands. Shake the hands and the arms out. And shake the legs out one at a time. Shaking the legs. Lovely. So we're going to do a few side openings and a small sequence before we come to rest again on the floor. So if we come to a parallel, hopefully you can see my feet as well. Coming to a parallel, feet are spreading the ground. I've got soft ankles, soft knees, soft pelvis. I'm going to soften my knees, allow the arms to come up to meet at the top. Oh, you can't quite see. So my hands are like this at the top, but my shoulders are relaxed, so they're not up by my ears. And then I'm going to let my right hand unpeel and gently come to the leg, and I'm sliding my hand down the leg. Only go as far as is comfortable, even if it's just allowing the hand to rest on the thigh. That's great. We're opening this side of the body. Only going as far as is comfortable. And then press into this foot that's open and open this arm back up to the top. Then the other one. We're going to uncurl the arm, allow the hand to slide down the leg wherever's comfortable, only going as far as feels right, and then bring the arm back up. Just a couple of times on each side, sliding down. Now, how is it this time? So I'm going to, my right hand's down, and I'm going to press more into my left foot, and my right arm's going to come up to the top by the side. So uncurl the left, let it slide down the leg as far as is comfortable. I'm going to press more into my right as my left hand comes to meet the right at the top. So I'll show it once more. Uncurl. Pushing into my left so my right hand can come up. Uncurling the left hand. I'm pushing more into my right foot to bring my body back up so my left hand reaches the right. And then relax that. Lovely. You can also do that against a wall, so you don't have to have your arms up. So say you're against a wall, not all the way heels touching, you'll get a bit stuck. From there, you can just use the wall against you, your back, and just slide either hand down each leg, opening up the side of the body. That's great. So you can do that against the wall or a door. Make sure no one opens the door though. Make sure they know that you're there. Sliding the arms down the side of the body. Great. So I'll show you a little sequence. Just going to move the camera up a little bit so you can see my arms. Great. So, oh no, now you can't see my feet. Sorry about this technical issue. Okay, so hopefully got everything. I'm going to face slightly sideways so you can see a bit more where my feet are going. So I'm going to show a sequence. So I'm going to breathe into the belly. I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to allow the arms to come all the way up, and they're touching at the top, just the fingers like this, just showing you like that. But my shoulders are released down my spine at the back. They're not up by my ears. So my head and neck can still be relaxed, and my eyes are resting in my head. Great. So we breathe into the belly. Breathe out, soften the knees, arms out to the side, fingertips touching at the top. And I'm going to undo my right hand, allowing that to open up down the side of the body. Soften the knees, press into the feet more so the hand comes up to the side and touch the top hand again. And then the left side, uncurling the left, softening the knees, scooping that right arm back up to the top again. Lovely. And then from here, I'm going to undo everything, swooping forward on an out breath. And I'm allowing my shoulders to bring me back up to standing. We're going to do that once more again, this time with the arms. So I'm going to scoop forward and allow the arms to take me up to standing and release them, softening the elbows and down the side. Right, so I'll go back to the beginning. So breathe into the belly. Breathing out, soften the knees, the hands float up to the side, fingertips are touching at the top, but shoulder blades are sliding down at the back. Now breathe in, breathe out, the right arm uncurls. Breathing in, so fingertips towards the ceiling and the other fingertips towards the ground. Soften the knees, the arm scoops up to reach the other hand at the top. Breathing in, breathing out, uncurl the left. Lovely. Soften the knees and allow the hand to scoop up and reach at the top. Breathing in here, breathing out, scooping forward, like diving forward, allowing the head to soften and release, and then roll the shoulders to bring us back. And then again, just the arms to bring us back, and soften the elbows to unfold the arms out to the side. So we're going to do that once more. So, and add a little bit more on from there. So breathing in to the belly. Breathing out, soften the knees, the arms float up to the ceiling. Uncurl the right. Lovely. Breathing in, breathing out, soften the knees and the arm meets the other one at the top. Breathing in, breathing out, let the arm unfold and drop to one side. Only go as far as is comfortable. Soften the knees as you breathe out and bring the arms back up to the top. Breathing in, so we want the tailbone and the heels nice and long and the arms away from the body. Breathing out, sweeping forward. Allow the shoulders to roll you up. And now this time, the right arm rolls you up and opens to the side. So we're looking back and undoing that. We're going to breathe in again. Breathe out. Opening the arms to the ceiling at the top. This time the left hand uncurls down the side. Breathing in, breathe out, soften the knees, the left arm comes up to the top. Breathing in here, tailbone away, nice and long to the floor. Release the right arm, soften the knees, breathing out, the right arm gathers and comes to the top. You want to breathe in, breathe out, scooping forward. Lovely, release the head and the eyes. Making the shoulders roll you back up to standing. And again, this time we're going to go forward and it's the left arm that brings you back up and I'm opening up to the side. Allow the arm to come wherever's comfortable. It doesn't have to totally open up to the side. So I'm going to do that version again on the right and then the left. And then I'm going to add one more thing on afterwards. So you can stay at the first one or the second one, or if you feel comfortable, you can join in the third one too. Or if it's had enough and you want to enjoy the sunshine, lie down on the floor and take a breath. So breathing in, Breathing out, softening the knees, hands up towards the ceiling. Breathing in, tailbone away and hands away. Right hand unfurls. Breathing in, breathing out, soften the knees, the hand comes up to the side, back up to the ceiling. Uncurl the left. Breathing in here, breathe out. Hand gathers up towards the ceiling again. Breathing in and then breathe out. Sliding, cascading forward. Let the shoulders slide and undo. Left side, soften the knees, hands to the ceiling. Left arm unfurls. Breathing in, breathing out, soften the knees, the hands scoop up to the side. Breathing in, tailbone growing. Right hand, soften the knees, breathe out. Breathing in at the top here. Breathing out, scooping forward. The shoulders draw you back to standing. Now this time it's the left hand that arcs you all the way up to standing and undo the spiral. So only go as far as is comfortable, even if you come to here, or even just dropping the head and rolling the shoulders. Really do what feels good for your body. I'm just going to add one more thing, adding the legs in to the end bit of this sequence. Go and do as much as you feel is comfortable. So I'll talk you through the right and the left with a little bit of an extension. So the same again, we're going to breathe in, breathe out, soften the arms and the knees. Uncurl the right, breathe out, and then breathing in at the top. Uncurl the left hand, same again. Still going to dive forward with the shoulders. Now this time we're going to dive forward, the right arm's going to undo, and we're going to lift the right leg and step it back and open it. So my left toes are still facing the same direction as I was at the beginning, and my arms continuing to open to the side, and these toes are more 45 degrees. And then this hand can join in too. We're in warrior two. Look at that. And then release the arms on an in-breath. I'm going to breathe out, my left knees swooping forward, breathing in, gathering in, breathing out, opening the arms, breathing in, that's lovely. Breathing out this time, how is it to drop the back hand? So I've got my right hand on my right leg. I'm just going to gently open the front of my body, side front of my body. Lovely. Let that drop. And then I'm going to push. So I'm going to push with this foot, soften this knee, push it to gather in, and then use my arms to bring me up and uncurl. I'll show you the left side. I'll face this way so you can see the left. So we'll breathe in to the belly, breathe out. Hands to the fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out, the left arm uncurls. Breathe out, press down and hands come together. Breathing in, uncurl the right. Breathing out, press the feet into the ground and up. Breathing in. As we breathe out, we're going to sink forward, roll the shoulders to bring us back to standing. Same thing again, drop the shoulder. Now this time the right arm opens. My left foot's coming back as I open the body completely to the side. So my right toes are still facing the way I was facing, and my left toes are kind of 45. And this arm's opened, and I can lift my right arm up too. So the legs lengthen and the arms come together. Breathing out, I'm going to open everything. Breathing in, I want everything together. Breathing out, open the knees and the arms, that's great. And then breathing out, everything gathers. Once more, breathing out. We want the left hand to gently drop to the left leg and then soften the back leg and bring it in. Curl forward. Let the arms lift you up and unfurl. Great. So see where you want to be at either the first, second or the third. Do these a couple of times for yourself. And then from there, we're just going to gently come to the floor. So making yourself comfortable so you can lie on your back or have your knees up with a bolster underneath the knees or let them long. Or perhaps you want to lie on your side or sit in your chair as well. So taking your time to get comfortable. Really releasing into the ground. There's nothing much to do now apart from undo everything we've just done. So letting the spine relax on the floor, releasing the head and the neck onto the floor. And if you want your eyes closed, that's great. If you still have your eyes open, just allow the light to be received by your eyes. So you're not searching for anything. Allow the eyeball muscles to relax into your face, into the ground, so they're not holding too much. Where's your breath? Where do you feel your breath? Just noticing how you're feeling, not necessarily doing anything. So as we lie here, I'm just going to read from the Environmental Arts Therapy book about springtime. So you can allow these words just to waft over you. The word spring evokes the image of feeling pushing up and bursting out of the darkness as in a spring of water. There is a point, usually around mid-March, when we can feel this happen, both in ourselves and in the land. On our journey up the world ash, this is when we meet the surface and find the light. There we can breathe a sigh of relief as we feel that we are at last out of the ashes. Miracle of miracles, everywhere we look, little green fists push up and out of the soil and open their hands to touch the sun. Down in the dark dens, the sleepers stretch and yawn. Life begins to creep and hop and scurry once again. Colour returns, the daffodils, golden cups of sunshine, held aloft for them all to drink from. The mosses, vibrant green carpets that tempt us down to the earth. So imagine you're lying on the forest floor, looking up at the trees. See how the canopy of the branches above float like islands on an ocean of blue. See how they make maps upon the sky. Look for your journey there. Allow yourself to settle into stillness. Allow yourself to be. Allow time to pass. So taking your time, you can stay lying. If you've decided to fall asleep, that's totally fine. If you want to come to sitting, you can do so. And I'm just going to light a candle for the last 5 minutes. I'm going to come over here, light a candle, and just sit for 5 minutes. If you want to stay lying, you can. I'll light a candle and put it here so you can see it on the chair, I think. So I'm just going to sit for 5 minutes. Making sure I'm very comfortable. Allowing my weight and breath to drop into the ground and relaxing my eyes. So if you have your eyes closed, gently open them. We'll bring our hands up to the side into prayer position, drawing them down from the sky to your heart. I'll say thank you.